Hello, 10th standard students. After studying the different types of plotters, now in this period we are going to study about the different types of printers. So what is a printer? Printer is a device that accepts text and graphical output from a computer. Printer transfers the information to paper, usually to standard size sheet of paper. Printers vary in size, speed, sophistication, and cost. In general, most expensive printers are used for high resolution color printing. And then we have a hierarchical diagram of a printer where we can see the two different types of printer, which are the main two types. One is impact printer, another is non-impact printer. Impact printer is further categorized into three different types: dot matrix printer, drum printer, and chain printer. Whereas non-impact printer are further categorized in inkjet printer and laser printer. So I have prepared a one note on the types of printer. So let us study about the printers. So printer, they are well-known output devices which are used and utilized for printing output on paper and are called a hard copy. So the printer prints the hard copy output. The output produced from them are almost permanent. User can produce and create output such as text or picture and images. The output produced on display devices such as monitor is called a soft copy, and the result that we see on a computer monitor, which is not taken out as a physical output, they are called the soft copy. Hard copy printouts can be acquired on a paper with a particular sizes like A4, legal or customer size. Custom size A3 is used in a bigger size printouts. The orientation of the printout can be determined by the presence of the printout that is vertically or horizontally. We have a two different orientation, also called portrait and landscape. The vertical orientation is known to be portrait and horizontal is known as landscape orientation. Printers are connected to personal computer with the utilization of USB printer cable for speedier execution. The printer can be received on different materials such as paper, plastic sheets, and clothes like t-shirts. Special printers have been developed for specific tasks such as to print photocopy of images. Photo printers are used. So not only on a paper, we can take the printout on plastic sheets and clothes. So with this diagram, we will see the different types of printers: impact printer, non-impact printer, dot matrix and line printers, and in non-impact laser printer, inkjet printers, thermal, photo, and then plotters are also example of printers that we have already studied in our previous class. And these are pen-based plotters and electrostatic plotters. So two different types of printers are impact printer and non-impact printer. So what are impact printers? The prime example of impact printers are dot matrix, digital, drum, character, or line printers. They are fairly smaller, like the old typewriter used earlier. The printouts were acquired such as graphics or content on the piece of paper by striking a component against an ink ribbon that physically and straightforwardly contact the paper. They are called impact printers because they create noise when striking components like head and ribbon strike against the paper. They are extensively used in small organizations, factories, and are used where large number of printouts need to be obtained. They are cheap, slow, and loud. They create low quality outputs, hence they are widely used in those sectors where the quality does not matter, where user needs the quantity. So impact of a example of impact printers are dot matrix printer. So this is a diagram of a dot matrix printer. So they created image when the wire pins on the print head instrument strike the ink ribbon or strip later. The ink is exchanged on the paper where there is an impact in the form of series of dots or matrix form. The majority of dot matrix printer use continuous form sheet. So this is a continuous form sheet put it into a computer. So where there is more and more printing work. So this continuation sheet is used. The thousand of paper is connected to each other and the whole of or gap on the sides of paper to help the pages through the printer. So these are the continuous sheet. Their speed is measured in CPS. CPS stands for character per second. Their speed is 30 to 1100 characters per second. You see how speedily they work because 1100 characters can be printed in a second. They are very low quality and low cost, preferably used in banks and used in applications where the high volume printouts have to be produced. Dot matrix printer, this is an example of dot matrix printer, and they are considered to be character printer as they print character by character, and also computer memory send one character at a time in series of dot or matrix to create image. So one character is sent by computer here. So line printers, they are very high speed printers where the whole line is printed at once. Their speed is characterized as the speed in which it prints the whole line in a minute. So that is why it is called a LPM, lines per minute. As continuous lining printing technology has been developed, some of them can print up to 3500 lines per minute. The application where users need a high volume and a continuous printing process is done, their line printers are used and utilized more extensively. They are also used in transportation, manufacturing, assembling, and distribution. The next type of a printer are non-impact printers. They do not touch the paper when making lines and images, and that is why they do not make any um, loud sound because there is no physical contact between the head and the paper. Some of them use showering and others use warm heat and pressure for producing line and graphics. They do not make any noise as they do not physically touch the paper. They produce better quality printouts. They are cheap as compared to impact printers. They are much speedier than the impact printers. Their speed is measured in ppm. Now the speed is measured in ppm, not CPS, not LPM, but ppm. ppm stands for pages per minute. The prime example of non-impact printers are laser printer, inkjet printer, thermal printer, photo printer, and plotters, etc. So laser printers are having the potential of converting computer output into print page by page, and they are high speed, high quality, and small non-impact printers enable users to print in A4 and legal size papers. There is a removable plate where the paper is physically embedded for printout. So now this is how a laser printer look like, and then how the components are used in this. We are now studying. This is commonly called a printer memory. The memory uh, which is used to store the entire document varies from printer to printer. For instance, some of them can save or store document up to 1 GB. On the other hand, some can save up to 160 GB of data while the printing process is to be executed. For more storage capacity, hard disks are installed in printers. So if you just want to give a continuation work for a printer, you need to install a special hard disk or a storage memory in the printer so that once the data is fed into a printer, it will automatically take the printout without everyone watching the task of a printer. They save the entire document before printing. If it fails to save or the capacity of the document is larger than the printer memory, this usually throws an error message on the process of the printout is cancelled due to low memory. So that is why also we need an external memory for those printers. So next type of a printer is non-impact printer is inkjet printer, and this is a type of non-impact printer. They utilize a spout of splashing on the paper. There are a number of small nozzles which splashes ink on the paper in the proper format to create an image and are used in the home or small offices where black and white and color printer are to be produced. So this is an image of a inkjet printer. Nowadays, printouts can be produced on a variety of objects such as envelope, T-shirt, visiting cards, invitation cards. The quality or the resolution is measured in DPI, which is the full form of DPI is dot per inches. Better the quality of the printer. They usually spray series of ink on the paper where the dot is on top of ink. And for most better quality printing, we need a photo printer. They are commonly used for the printing photo and images high quality and are used by professionals where they need to print graphics related image or pictures. So this is a real image of a photo printer. This printer is used to take the output on a photo paper. So the quality should be very high. Many of them have display screen attached where the user can graphically see the input images directly on the printer for further process. So we can, some printers have the screen over it, so we can already see the input and we can see the print preview of a printout also directly from a printer. So then we have a thermal printers. They can be seen anywhere in the railway reservation, restaurant, ATM card, credit card swipe, mall, everywhere. They produce images by pushing electrically prints against the heat sensitive papers and are low in cost as they produce a low quality of images and images get destroyed after some time passes. We can see it in a ATM, okay, and any billing counter for that money. Then the plotters are used for graphical output on paper. They are used in print, graph design, and drawing on papers instead of alphanumeric characters. Plotters are very high expensive and are used mainly by engineers, architects, and designers for printing their drawing, design, and sketch on papers. So there are mainly of two types. The plotters that we have already studied. These are pen-based plotters or electrostatic plotters. So 10 standard students, in today's class we have studied about the different type of printers, impact printers and non-impact printers. And in our next class we'll study about the advantages and disadvantages of each printer, whether it is impact printer or a non-impact printers. So on the basis of this video, you will be given some assignment tasks that you have to do on the basis of these videos or the lectures provided. So see you in the next class. Stay safe. Thank you very much.